When you're looking for high quality sources, you don't want to just pull in everybody's opinion. A lot of cultures, maybe every culture to some extent, I don't know, but a lot of us are raised on this attitude that everybody's opinion is valid on each given topic. And that's simply not the case. Now, yes, we are human beings. We all have our strengths and our weaknesses. We have diverse skill sets, so we're all good at a lot of different things and not as good at a lot of different things. But see, that's precisely the point, is that not everybody is going to be good at the same things. That also applies to our opinions on various topics. Not all of our opinions are going to be as well developed on every single topic. So, if you're wanting to study the theory of evolution, okay, you don't need to be studying what some spiritual YouTuber who's never even taken a biology class has to say about evolution. You don't, right? Like, there's a whole diversity of opinions to pull from, even if you limit yourself to only the high quality sources. So, how do you tell a high quality source from a low quality source? Well, see, high quality sources are more often than not going to be more inclusive than the low quality sources. And what do I mean by that? What I mean is that they will be able to summarize every single thing that the lower quality source summarizes, but then they'll build past that. They'll be able to summarize more on top of that, beyond what the low quality source even mentioned. So basically, the high quality source is usually, of course, there's going to be some exceptions, but usually they're going to include stuff that the low quality source doesn't, whereas the vice versa of that is not true. Now, you may think, well, wait a minute, won't there be low quality sources that do include stuff which the higher quality sources don't, thereby being more inclusive in their own way? Like, maybe they have all sorts of false ideas or conspiracy theories about a given topic, and that's going to be stuff which the higher quality sources don't include, right? So how can we say that the higher quality stuff is always going to be more inclusive or more complete? Well, think about it this way. If you're an expert in a given field, you are more or less going to be familiar with the landscape around that field. You're going to be familiar with a lot of the common misconceptions, a lot of the objections, a lot of the conspiracy theories that are brought up around it if you're in a field that deals with that, right? And so a lot of times experts will address all those false ideas in their material. So they will actually include all the false ideas that the conspiracy theorists include, and they will summarize all that, but again, they're going to go further. They're going to talk about subjects which the low quality sources had never even heard of because they never even got a proper education in the subject matter, you see? So that's the irony, is even when it comes to the false ideas and the misconceptions, even when it comes to all that, a higher quality source is usually going to include that stuff, but then build further. They're going to not just discuss those false ideas or those misconceptions and clear them up. They're then going to, of course, discuss the actual accurate understanding of the subject itself. And that's usually going to be more complex. It's going to be more nuanced. It's going to be something which an uneducated person in that particular topic is not even going to be able to conceptualize yet. And so naturally, they're not going to have it in their writing. So that's what I mean when I say that higher quality sources are usually more inclusive than lower quality ones. So as you're researching a topic, and this can apply to any topic in general, really, again, there can be exceptions, but for any topic in general, you dig through your sources and you find which sources are the most complete, which ones nest the others, which ones include the others. Usually the ones that nest the most are the highest quality sources. Not always, again, there's exceptions, but usually that's the case. Like, for example, I've found reading like primary academic literature, like what's found in academic journals, that they are often the most inclusive, which makes sense because those people are the most educated on those given topics. They'll cover a lot of the false misconceptions about their ideas. They'll address them properly in ways that the lower quality sources couldn't even think to address because they thought they were summarizing everything correctly. but then those higher quality sources will go beyond those misconceptions. So it's like I've said in a past video. Before a source offers a critique or an opinion on a given subject, they need to be able to accurately summarize that subject first. Because if you can't even accurately summarize the subject that you're critiquing, what exactly are you critiquing? So you're not actually critiquing the actual subject, you're critiquing your idea of what you think the subject is. And that's it. It's not an actual critique. You're critiquing a ghost. You're critiquing something that's not actually there. It's not the actual subject itself. It's only what you think the subject is. Now, yes, all subjects are what we think they are in a sense, but you get what I mean. It's not the established field, right? It's simply your own uneducated opinion about that established field. And so you're not actually critiquing the established field which you're trying to critique. Unless you're able to accurately summarize it first, then you hit the mark. Then yes, whatever you're critiquing or offering your opinion about would be the actual subject itself. So use that to find your sources. Don't just, lock yourself in an echo chamber and only engage with one type of source on a given topic. But at the same time, don't go to the other extreme. Don't just say, oh, every opinion's valid. I need to get everybody's perspective on this. No. You can have a diversity of sources even if you're filtering for only the high quality stuff. There's a whole diverse array of high quality sources on any given topic. You don't need to just say everybody's opinion is valid. Even if you limit yourself to only the very high quality stuff, there's still going to be a lot of diversity to pull from. So that's how you research. Now, see, I learned a lot in college. But I would say I actually learned more in the past 4 years since I've graduated from college because of how I've implemented this into my own information intake. So hopefully this practically benefits you. Hopefully it offers some value. Let me know if you have any questions. If not, I'll see you all next time. Create a nice day.